Hello, everyone. Hello. It's me again. Hello. Yeah. So. I actually have an idea for something I do genuinely want to make this time. So more and more people using Gleam, and I think one of the main uses for Gleam is going to be web applications, like make back-end services, and then possibly also doing a front end in Gleam for that. What do you mean? Finally, CGI for Gleam? We've had CGI in Gleam for ages. Did you not see my amazing? Possibly the best thing I've ever made. Look at that. CGI bin in Gleam. You can do it today. Oops. Just knocked my camera. I do genuinely. I am a CGI apologist. It is good, and I will fight you over it. It's just Unix. It's just POSIX serverless, isn't it? Anyway, excuse me. So what I want to do is, people are going to be making web applications, and we don't have like a Phoenix new or a React Create app or anything like that, and we don't have all of the answers for that. Like, we don't know how to make all of the different pieces that would go into that, but we do know some of them. So we can have a template that starts you off with, say, for example, well, not for example, I'm going to do this with Wisp and Postgres and Lustre, and I think maybe Lustre UI, maybe, in part because I'm not very good at CSS anymore. And then maybe also authentication, which is, I'm going to take the Phoenix auth route and not make a library for authentication, but instead make authentication is like a feature that's already been implemented and exists inside your app. And this is really nice because you can just take this like foundation that's going to work for most people, and then you can adjust it to like whatever it is the needs of your business are. I think that's the nicest way to do auth. Because like auth is one of those things that like seems like it's going to be, it seems like it's going to be, fairly standard, but actually it's not. Everyone needs to like change how their auth works a little bit depending on what like the rules are of their business. Cool. So I think what I'm going to do is like base it off one of the examples in Wisp, but I'm not sure which one. I mean, default responses sounds quite sensible. Yes. Okay, so okay, that looks sensible to me. I wanted to create a dumb clone of TRPC with Gleam and Wisp, but I didn't have enough time lately. People keep talking about how awesome TRPC is. It'd be really cool to see how that goes on. We're working on making a create Gleam app type thing. So here, a project template that gives you all the basics of making a back-end application in Gleam. And at the moment, I'm looking at the Wisp docs, the Wisp examples, so Wisp being a web framework for Gleam, and try and work out which bits we should steal. And it's annoying because it's kind of a mix of them. Like, I definitely want this default responses thing, which is like how you configure, oh look, there's a 500, what do you show in that case? And yeah, but this doesn't have other things. Like, I really want a database. Databases are cool. I guess like a .env type thing would be good as well. I haven't looked at the .env library. Like, there's two .env libraries for Gleam, and they both look pretty cool, but there's some extra features that are in the Deno one that I want, so I think I'm just going to steal that to start. Oh no, sorry, not to start. I think in future I'm going to steal all the ideas out of the Deno one and maybe make my own, or see if one of the other folks are interested in adding those features to their one. So, what do we call it? I don't know, what do we call it? Just Wisp template? Wisp app template? Oops, that's not the right one. Wisp starter kit. Okay, let's do that. Starter kit. Nice. Okay. So, what have we got here? Oops. So, Gleam add Wisp. What else are we going to want? Luster UI. PGO. Are there any good resources on how to include Elixir packages in your Gleam projects? Sort of. I mean, I want to write like a full-on guide on this in future. But for now, if you go to the tour, you want to check out the section on externals, which is like the very last bit of the tour. It's basically just like, say, so what is, I don't, how do you get now in Elixir get current time? Naive datetime.utc now. Okay. So we'd add the same thing for, because it's Elixir, you would use the JavaScript target and you would take the name of the module, which would be datetime UTC now, but you'd slap the word Elixir in front of it because Elixir secretly behind the scenes prepends the word Elixir to all of the module names. Hello, welcome. But that's about it, really. Yeah, the rest is just like API design, which is not something that's quite so easy to teach. So we need to like make a more in-depth article on it. Show. Let's add those. Oh no, resource not found. It's because it's not called Luster. It's called Lustery. Nice. Let's see if that works. Hello, welcome. Yeah, if you have more problems, always just go to the Discord. People are super helpful there. Oh, look. There's some warnings in Mist and Glisten. I'll have to get those fixed at some point. So, what do we want to do? Let's go here. And I'm just going to copy the code from the example. Hey, app router. App router doesn't exist. Okay. App router.gleam. What did we import from router? Handle request. Let's copy that again from the other one as well. I've not bothered switching the view because, well, I'm just copying something. It's not very interesting. Boom, there we go. Okay, so we don't have app web. We don't have web middleware, so let's comment that for now. And yes. Let's just do that for now. How should I be testing this? Make a new one. Oh, because I haven't imported Mist. That's good to know. Gleam, add, Gleam, Erlang, and Mist. Part of me thinks it's just sort of all in one file. Yeah, I agree, but this is going to be actually quite a big application. Like it's going to have like logging and routing and handling errors and HTML and forms and passing those forms and databases and authentication and emails and like maybe some other stuff. Like it'd be nice to do an admin UI, I think, as well. So there's like a whole bunch of things to do. Oh, we should also think about how we want to do migrations. I think Mark found like a nice like migration tool that's like statically linked. It's like written in Go or something. So we could just like recommend using those, I think, for now. For now. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Like just indefinitely we could recommend that. I think there are a few too many files in the examples for Wisp at the moment. I'd really like to take that and like condense that into fewer. So for example, a lot of them just have a web module and a routes module. Or is it router? One of the two. And the web one just defines the middleware stack. I think I want to move the middleware stack into the router module. Hello from Barcelona. Hello, Barcelona. Barcelona's a wonderful city. I've been there twice and I loved it both times. It's not quite London. It's very different from London. But really lovely, really nice. I should go again. Fantastic. Right, what we're going to do next. So let's run the server and then make a request to it. What have I said? 8,000. Is 8,000? Oh, we've got to make every single little decision. Is 8,000 the one we want? Is that a good port? Because whatever we pick here, people are going to be using for years, maybe. What do we do first? Do we do tests first? Or do we like try and hook up a database first? Or what do we do? What's everybody thinking? I did call this router, didn't I? Yes, router. Hello world with a router. Okay. So Lustre then? I don't know how to use Lustre, so let's try and work that out. Yes. Is this where I find out Haley says it's not finished? I mean, it was updated 2 days ago. That's probably good. I've never really worked with any functional programming language, but if I have to choose one, it would be Gleam because it's such a cool language. Thank you, Lucas. That's really nice to hear. Yeah, like Gleam really tries to be a good first functional language, or just like a good language and good, like easy to learn language in general. What am I looking for? I'm looking for docs. Where's the docs? Come on, Haley. I guess on Hex? Oh, lovely. This is really nice. Wait. Yeah, let's see UI. Ensure that the rendered CSS required CSS is rendered in your apps by either serving the starsheet found in priv static directory of the package. Nice. So I can just okay, or rendering inline styles using the function in Lustre. Okay. Okie dokie. So does that mean I need to serve multiple? So I'm gonna have a directory from which I serve static assets. Does that mean I should serve 2 directories? I should serve the one from Lustre UI as well. I like your haircut. You like my lack of haircut. Thank you very much. I used to have really long hair as a teenager, and then I just cut it all off when I needed to get a job or something. No, was that what it is? I can't remember what the reason was. And then this whole pandemic thing happened, and I just grew like a really big quiff with like shaved sides. And Yeah, the quiff sort of collapsed on itself and just got progressively bigger and bigger and bigger. No docs, you're in for a good time, says Haley. 2 Wisp serve static in a row. Good, let's do that. I don't see any reason not to. Let's try and get Luster working first. Which means... Okay, so let's make this middleware function, which I'm going to steal from... Yeah. Oh, look at that. Lovely. This isn't serving anything. This is rubbish. So do I comment as I go along, or should I like try and do it later? Serving static assets. That sounds good. It's getting a little bit. Yeah. Okay. It's going to be a wee bit verbose, all of this. Why not copy of the CSS file? I would like it to get updates when Haley updates stuff. Okay, so let's make a web where we're going to put our colossal context type. And let's make a run with to where our applications. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, folks. I forgot to switch over. There you go. It wasn't very exciting. I get at least one of those every stream, so it's good that we got out of the way nice and early. Oh dear. I'm learning Gleam and I'm really loving it so far. The focus on keeping the language simple yet powerful is very refreshing. Learning on Exorcism is really fun too. Thank you so much. That's really nice. And yeah, Exorcism rules. Support Exorcism. Like, yeah, go sign up, use it, have fun, mentor people. Oh yeah, we really need more mentors for the Gleam track. Like, I'm really struggling to keep up with that. Oh no, I can't show you mentors because I'm not logged in on this browser. But yeah, the queue's pretty big. Give them money. Sign up for Exorcism Pro or whatever it's called. Okay. So I think what I want to do is have a nice, simple looking homepage as like the end product of this. Okie dokie. So let's start by serving these. Oh no. Oh no, there you go. That was cool. Oh, look at that. That's how these errors show up. Apparently, I must have implemented that at some point and then completely forgot about it. Oh, nice. Good. So, we don't need that yet. So I need to add. We don't want to. We don't want to log. How are we going to do this? We don't want to log requests for assets, I think, because I think that would be really annoying. So, which one is this? Serving static assets. Yeah, that looks good. And let's grab that. Oh. It's because this one takes the context as well. Thanks, Haley. We'll do. Static directory. What did we call the other one? Oops, that wasn't what I meant to do. Oh, I don't like how long it is. Cool. Maybe a comment about PII safety, where we log requests. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Okay, so we're gonna need. Let's make a layout function. What's that gonna look? Do you think there's an example for Lustre UI somewhere? How does this work? UI. Let's go to the repo. Ah, demo. Nice. That's what I want. Gosh, that is a heck of a lot of imports. Oh, it's using something to like implicitly set the star sheet. So, we're logging every request by default. I mean, we only log the path. We don't log anything fancier than that. How often does Gleam get an update? Is there a particular release cadence? Traditionally, we've done a release every just over a month, and I think we're probably going to stick to that. I don't see any reason why not, but it's not that we have a fixed release schedule. It's just that we release when we think there is like, it's ready for a release, and also there's stuff to release. No, we don't log the body because like it could be huge. Would you do if someone uploads like a PDF or something? Oh wow. Oh gosh, Haley, what's all this? Oh no, I don't know how to use it. How do I? So I guess we look at what? Oh no. Okay. What is style? Oh no, I don't know. Styles without reset? I don't know what that means. Let's just look in the priv directory and see what we can find here. lusterui.css. Okay, cool. So let's. Any language server updates coming in 1.1? Yeah, a whole bunch of them. improvements to performance that would particularly make a big difference on weaker machines. Import auto-completion. Some other auto-completion. I can't remember what though. I don't know, stuff like you go see the changelog. There's a bunch of there's a list of stuff there. Show. We need to. Oh yeah, I was gonna make it like a layout function. What's this gonna take? Like a list of luster elements? How does luster work? Can you tell I don't use luster? Field returns an element A. An element comes from. Oh, that's just regular luster, isn't it? Catchy tag. Oh, thanks, Haley. I'm guessing it comes from here. So how should this work? Can we find an example of like a HTML page? Maybe the best thing to do is just render literally anything and then hope for the best. Oh. Oh, because it's not called that. I kind of feel like Luster should have fewer modules, but I'm basing that off absolutely nothing. Oh, this doesn't take a context either. Show app.web, because we need to get the context into scope, and then let's import the context, and then here let's make the context. And let's get the let's get file path as well. File path. Oops, wrong one. Oh, we're gonna need to load this. It's called app. This one is called Luster UI. Shall we default to a specific deployment method, like if we tailor it so you can just hand it to fly.io? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Maybe a Docker file would be good. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, it probably does make sense. I mean, we can give it a Docker file, and then it's just a matter of people running fly launch or whatever it's called. I can't remember what we put inside this. Nice. Do you think this works yet? No, because the middleware set up wrong. And I've spelt luster wrong again. Have I spelled luster wrong here? Yes, I have. Oh, I've spelled it wrong multiple times. Well, that's going to be every single time, isn't it? Ooh, how exciting. And the server's already running, so it's going to crash. And then that's the wrong port. Cool. It's doing something. American confirmed. No. That's so mean. So mean. I think lust is a distinctly not English word anyway, so. Oh dear. Okay. Womp womp. So. Let's make a function for rendering a HTML response that wraps up the Wisp one for doing that, but it also renders HTML for us. And we're going to do that using how are we going to do that? So we need to render the HTML first, which we're going to do using Luster, I suppose. What's the difference between to document string builder and oh, it's the same thing, but it prepends a doc type. Nice, that's what we want. So that was in elements, and then we're going to want to have a bytes builder because that's what Wisp is going to want. So we're going to say element to some amount of autocompletion working. How exciting! Oh. And then we can say what am I doing? Bytes, oh yeah, bytes builder. It's a little bit verbose, all this boilerplate for now, but we can try and figure out how to improve that later. Nice. File type bytes builder. Oh, it already does take a string builder. Nice. So we don't need this. In that case, we can just pipe the whole thing. Nice. I dig it. Okay, so now let's render some HTML. Home. Or should we put this in like a different, say like pages.home? Yeah, let's do that. Nope. Put luster element. Let's just say hello. How does luster work? Do I need to put like that? Hello, Joe. This shouldn't be returning element. It should be returning a wisp response because this is a handle. A handler. So we want to use that web function we just made. Web.layout. Whoops. It's supposed to be a list of elements. Okay. Nope. Cool. Hey, HTML, how exciting. Ooh, we could even visit it the old-fashioned way. Nice. Okay, so how do we make this luster UI? We probably gonna wanna, so we're gonna need to load that we're gonna need a head and a body. And in the head, we're gonna want the styles sheet. Oh no, it's a link. How does it work? Is Wisp what I would use to make an API? Yes, probably. I always have to look this up. Link style sheet. I've been using Copilot for this, but I've recently turned it off. Wow, these links are not what I want. I turned it off because I want to like experience what it's like to just use the language server. Nice. So, how do you do elements in Luster? Is there like a Luster? Sorry, how do you do attributes? Is it like that? Attributes? Attributes? No, okay, let's look to the docs. Luster attribute, okay. Does it have a bunch of common ones in it? Yes, okay, Luster attribute it is. I'm surprised that's not under like HTML or something. Oops, what have I just done there? So, oh, it only takes one argument, nice. So it would be attribute dot, ooh, look at that. Nice. Dot, what is it called? It's called href, yes. Href. I can't remember where we served the assets from now. Static. And in Luster UI, it is called that. And we also need to say that it's a style sheet. Nice. It's a bit verbose, that, isn't it? I wonder if there's a better way of doing it. Oh, thank you. Welcome. Style? Link? I thought maybe there would be a helper. Do you play chess? No, not since I was a kid. And I think I've had one game of chess in my adult life, and it's like 10 years ago, and I got thrashed. Got my ass kicked so thoroughly. So no, I'm probably the worst chess player in this chat right now. Why do you ask? Why do you ask about chess? Hello, welcome. How many people are here? Ooh, there's a bunch of people here. That's exciting. Okay, so now we've got the start sheet. I think that should work. Let's check that. Cool, it looks like there's a start sheet there. Let's see if it actually loads. Boom, the page is blank. Why is the page blank? Oh, because I didn't put any content in it. What does this mean? Oh, it didn't load. That's sad, isn't it? Is it because... it's because Lustre puts it under like this static thing here. That's okay, we can deal with that. So, let's go back to... Boom. I thought I included that. I did, good, okay. Okay, didn't error this time. That's a good sign. I'm not sure how to check that it's working though. I guess we like try and include some Lustre UI elements and see what comes up. Why do you play chess? Because you're a genius. I don't know about that. I don't think that's true. And I'm sure there's loads of really not particularly genius chess players as well. But they probably still beat me. Okay, how do I do... What would be like a hello world for Lustre UI? Let's go to that demo page that I had somewhere. So there's a thing called a stack. That's interesting, actually. Like, what does that actually do? Does it just inline them, do you think? It probably inlines them. Gosh, there's a lot of things in here. I guess it's a framework. It's going to be confusing the first time you see it, right? Where does the stars thing come from? It comes from Lustre UI stars. Yeah, it just inlines them. So that's not what we want to do. How's it going? Yeah, pretty alright. We're right at the very beginning, and I've never used Lustre UI before, so I'm sort of going, oh, how does it work? How do we do these things? Oh, I don't really know. I'm getting a little bit confused, but that's okay. I can be confused. We'll get there eventually. Also, I feel like when you're streaming, you're programming at like 20% efficiency. So where's that demo gone again? Because I've clicked away from it. Let's grab the whole thing. That'd be fun, actually. Yeah, let's just copy the whole thing. How do you copy the whole thing? Like that. Width 80 ch. What's a ch? CSS ch. 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 Not very helpful. CSS ch. Oh, nice. That's really cool. That's really cool. I like that. Character width. I feel I'm going to have to remember that one. That's really nice. Okay, so this is saying make it 80 characters wide and then like center it in the page and put some padding on it. Okay. Shouldn't that be a margin? And we don't need the styles thing. Or that thing. No module has been found with the name aside. Really? I thought we had Luster UI. Am I... Oh dear, this is like... Hold on, let's try this again. Really? Oh, yeah, I've just copied it from the demo. So I'm presuming I'm using... Oh, this is... Okay, Luster UI. And it was complaining about an aside. Oh, it's now called layout aside. The demo is just out of date. This is like Haley's classic, not writing tests for things. Oh, I'm sorry, Haley. I'm being mean. So, layout. And let's import the type element. Okay, and we've imported text by itself. And for some reason we're saying nil here, but look, we don't care about that. Nice. So let's see what that looks like then, eh? There's not anything. What? Oh no, what have we done? This is probably my fault. If we make a request, oh, it just returns an empty body. But, oh, because we didn't call the function from the body, I suppose? Or something like that? Let's find out. This one. Oh, so that was just the layout. So if we go to web layout, oh yeah, look, we never actually do anything with the body. So let's put it in here. In fact, it even told us that. Okay, no warnings anymore. Cool, bunch of stuff. Ooh, how exciting! And a picture of a bottle. I love the confidence of this. Here's a code block with syntax highlighting. Oh no. Okay, here's a code block that nearly had syntax highlighting. Why doesn't it have syntax highlighting? How do I inspect things? There's nothing here that says to me that it would have syntax highlighting. Is there any kind of bundling going with Gleam and Luster? You could add bundling. It's up to you. Neither Wisp or Luster or Gleam in general sort of mandates anything about how you're going to serve your how you're going to serve your code. So if you're doing JavaScript, you could bundle it. You could not bundle it. You can do whatever you want. But we're just doing server-side stuff at the moment. I do find drinking it out of a green thing quite satisfying, so I can just be invisible. Now that Gleam has been out for a minute, what are you most proud of? What do you think is something you absolutely want to change that you didn't think of pre-one? I mean, we've been pretty diligent on making sure that everything is how we're going to want it to be for V1. So there isn't anything yet that I'm like, oh damn, I wish we'd changed that. I think something that might be like, if we ever come up with a good solution to like the applicatives problem, how to make, for example, a sort of composable JSON decoder that works with constructors of any arity. Gosh, that doesn't make any sense, does it? Anyway, there's this problem, and it impacts how you write things like form validators, JSON decoders, all this sort of stuff where you take unstructured data and make sure it's all typed and safe in a nice fashion. And return not just one error, but a collection of errors. In the event that it fails. So if you sent me some JSON and you've got fields A and B, but you're missing D and C, then you don't want to just hear about D. You want to hear about D and C, because it'd be really annoying if you fix D and then you made the request again. It goes, oh, you actually forgot this extra one. And you're like, oh gosh, how many times do I have to go around this loop? And it's even worse if you're writing a HTML form. It would suck if you press submit in a form and you only got an error for the first input that had an error, and you press submit again. It's like, oh, okay, it's gonna get the next one has an error. Submit. Oh, the next one's got an error. That sucks. So there's a really nice solution to this if you've got currying. But it doesn't work if you don't have carrying. And we've done loads of research, and it seems like the only solutions people use are to have currying, to do it with macros or cogen, or to just do like some unsafe typecast thing. Like if there's an error, just don't look at the values because they won't be there. Oops, sorry. And if there is a value, don't look at the errors, which is rubbish. Like types are supposed to, the types are supposed to, make sure you do the right thing. The dynamic library works even better in OCaml because you don't have to have the decode 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. It is quite a fancy problem. It's irritating. It's a thing that is like, I don't know, it feels like there should be a good solution, but I've just not found one that doesn't involve currying. The rock language has a special case in the language that is just for this, which, I don't know, maybe that is the way to go. It's quite unsatisfying. And their one has like some syntactic quirks that make it look a bit funny as well. So I don't know. I don't know what the best solution is, which is a bit of a shame, really. Oh well. So what do we do now? Kill this, that's what we do. Let's turn this into something more meaningful. So I do quite like the thing that they've done. I do quite like this layout thing. You skipped what you're most proud of. Oh yeah, good point. That's a very me thing, isn't it? Just get caught up in the miserable bits. What am I most proud of? I really like. I mean, it's just awesome people using it for stuff, right? When I started this project, I was just doing it because it's something that I wanted. I was like, why doesn't this language exist? It's so annoying. So I had to figure it out for myself. And yeah, scratch that itch for long enough, and then you eventually come up with something that is useful. And seeing that resonate with other people is just absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm getting slightly used to it now, but at first it just blew my mind. Okay, so I want to turn this stack thing into part of the layout. So let's pop that there. And I don't think we need any of these here. Oh, what's the difference between a luster attribute? Oh, no, that's it. Okay. Thing I'm particularly proud of though is that we've had this massive surge in attention, loads of new people looking at the you know, at the whole Gleam world, and nothing particularly scary's come up. Like there's been a bunch of somewhat expected bits of confusion, like people being confused by the fact that you can't no, I don't want to put this here. What do I want to do? So there's lots of expected sorts of bits of confusion. Like, for example, people not understanding that there's like no mutability. Yeah, we kind of expected that. People being confused by JSON decoding. Yeah, that's fair enough. But there's been like nothing like, oh, wow. Oh, damn. I wish we thought of that. Like, it's all gone really smoothly, which is great. Like, I think it just says like it was ready for V1. But yes, Ben is correct. The thing I'm actually most proud of is the CGI bin library that I'm pretty sure no one other than me has used yet. Let's find out. CGI. Yeah, 57 downloads. Whoa, it's more than the plug CGI's ever had though. Look at that. That's a bit like CGI is very much unloved, sadly. I'm not really sure what I'm working towards at the moment. Like, what's the finish point? What does a brand new Phoenix app look like? Can we figure that out? Let's do that. So if we did like Gleam new, no, that's not right. Mix Phoenix new tester. Yes, I do want to install dependencies. Thank you so much. I'm really glad you feel productive. Like, that is the whole point. And like, we're only just beginning, really. Hey, awesome. That's really exciting. That's really cool. I won't tell anyone, except for, oh no, Twitch doesn't even save stream chat in the same way that YouTube does either. So you're safe after 2 weeks or whatever it is. Nice. Nice. Come on. There we go. So, how did it mix Ecto doc? Oh, is it going? Oh, I didn't want Ecto. No, let's do that again, but like without. No Ecto. Excuse me. Yeah, what does a nice homepage look like? I love compiling stuff. I would enjoy this more if it printed the name of the things it was compiling. Phoenix 1 has too many macros, mix-ins, and magical conventions, like calling some HTML from some controller. Yeah, it is a bit much, isn't it? I think a Wisp app is good. This template's going to look kind of verbose in comparison to the Phoenix one, but I'm hoping it will be completely followable because it won't have any magic. It's compiling again? But we just compiled. Why did it compile again? Wow, that looks really nice. That looks so nice. I'm not gonna be able to replicate that. Oh no. We had compilation, yes, but what about second compilation? Oh, I really, I really enjoyed Gleam's simplicity after having tried out a camel for the last few weeks. Good job on the whole language design. Thank you so much. I'm really glad you think so. Have you thought about adding SERDA attributes for encoding and decoding? Would be language controlled macros that end users couldn't extend to make their own. Yeah, I guess so. But like, I don't know. I just think having like a language feature that is just for JSON is like so super unsatisfying. Maybe that is the answer, but maybe not. I'm really I want everyone to like experiment with different things and see what we can come to. Like an ideal feature to be added to Gleam will solve lots of problems. So I'll give you an example. When we had, when we were like, oh wow, it's really great to have the result type to model failures, but sometimes it's annoying to use to pipe into result.try or result.then and result.map all the time, especially if you have not just like linear steps that depend upon each other, but like steps where like linear, oh, this one depends upon that one. So then you need to have like some nested indentation stuff, and it all gets a bit complicated and hard to work with. And then like you have to pass dependencies around as tuples. Ugh, horrible. None of that. So we introduced a keyword called try that is just the monadic bind, like then. It's the equivalent of today's result.try in Gleam, which kind of worked, but it only solves one problem. And then later on, we came up with the idea of the use expression, and that not only just works for results, but it also works for promises, and it also works for option, and it also works for like any or maps. It works for any other monad that you can think of. But it even does more than that. You can. Sorry about that. You can also use it for things like, like the brackets function in function, do something in Haskell rather, to do something before and after. You can use it for, telemetry tracing. You can use it for list comprehension stuff. You can use it for just all sorts of things. Like that's a really good feature because it has a like very simple and quite clearly defined set of rules. And it's applicable to loads of problems. So what is the equivalent of a use expression for, this idea of parsing or decoding things or all sorts of other problems? Is it something that is a solution to the applicatives problem? Like, is it an applicative syntax? That's going to work very elegantly for all the parsing things, but maybe there's some sort of code gen thing? I'm not sure. I don't know what the answer is, but it's a really fascinating thing to think about. And we can't do the thing we did last time now. We can't add a try keyword and then later on be like, oh no, that was wrong. Let's remove that. Because with V1, we can't do breaking changes. It might. I mean, there's so many ways to approach this. Like, what if your editor could do it for you? You made a type, and then you what if you made a type? So where have we got a type? Here, and then I did like code action. Okay, there's no code actions because the language doesn't know how to do them. But like, what if one of the code actions was generate JSON decoder, and it could even ask you some questions. And then afterwards, it spits out a, what if it did that? Like that's one way this could work. There's loads of options. There's just so many ways we could approach this. Compile time reflection, Alazig. No, can't do that because that destroys static analysis, unfortunately. It's a really cool system, but it just doesn't, like Gleam is all about static analysis, so you can't do that. Yeah, so who knows? Someone will solve it. Someone will think of a clever idea in future, I think. What would you say Gleam does better than, let's say, Golang? Programming. Gleam is a better language for writing code than Go is. Golang is a lovely ecosystem and deployments experience, and the community's lovely, and they make really good stuff, and I love a lot of the things about like their attitude. The runtime's pretty great. Libraries are really nice. Documentation's pretty good. The language itself, it's not great. I'm not a huge fan. If I did like if I thought Go the language was good, no, it is good. If I thought Go the language was to my tastes, I probably wouldn't have made Gleam. If you like Go, they're pretty similar. I mean, Go's better at like CPU stuff than Gleam is. I've completely forgotten what I was doing now. Oh yeah, I was going to make a layout, and I was contemplating copying this, but this looks really hard, so I don't think I will. So what does it say? It says like, it just says something about slogan, marketing bollocks. I don't care about. Link to the guide, source code, and changelog. Yeah, that's cool, but like, what would I link to? Because there's like multiple things. What is? Oh, gosh, maybe this is the wrong place to look. Doesn't Go compile to machine code, so the binary can run without any dependencies. You can do that without compiling to machine code, but yes, it does do that. It statically links as well, so like there's literally no dependencies, which is really nice. Docs, playground, template, source. Yeah, that's a good idea. So, what am I doing? I want. Yeah, we'll just do the body. Ooh, nice. Don't going binaries come bundled with the garbage collector and everything? Yeah, they do. It is. Even then, their binaries are massive, like absolutely huge. I don't really understand how they're making it quite so big. So let's put all this actually in pages. And I don't know what a cluster is. Let's go look at the demo again. Oh, I've just made it say hello world. Oh no. Oh dear. Do you mean alert? Okay. No. No. Why are you doing this to me? Yay. Oh, how exciting. Okay, so I guess a stack goes this way, cluster goes like left to right. Do I want any of this? That looks nice. Oh, that's a lovely picture. That's much better than the bottles. Does it change every time? Oops. Yeah, nice. I'm not sure I want any of this though. Oh, is there like some icons we want? Like there's a GitHub and a Discord. Nice. Okay, so we can use Discord and GitHub and do you see? Oh, there's a Ruby one. Is it just inlined? Hmm. Is that Ruby? Is that actually like an icon for Ruby? Haley's still here. She lied. She said she was going. The icons are for Radix UI icons. Okay. Oh, and it's opened in the wrong window. Gosh, that is really nice, that Phoenix thing. Maybe I can trick Haley into making a really pretty like homepage thing. Can you search for them? Logos, yeah, what is this? Sketch. Ah, it's not Ruby. Notion. It's a pretty. Oh, look, Verso. Verso representation, yeah. Models. So the documentation for eScript says it is possible to make one that bundles the runtime, and then it really helpfully doesn't tell you how. Which I think is just the most Erlang thing ever. Like, yeah, you can do that. Good luck. Okay. Oh, Haley, you know this says syntax highlighting, and there's no syntax highlighting here, right? You know that, Haley, right? Backwards. Good. Okay. Hmm. I don't need buttons. I don't need button groups. I don't need tags. I don't need breadcrumbs. Or do I? What am I doing? How does it work? Here is it. Where's the president? Okay, let's just write some stuff. Welcome to, I don't know. Hello. Hello, world. Hey, Mark. Welcome. Do WebSockets exist in Gleam? Yeah, the Mist server is a WebSocket server, and Stratus, I think that's the name, is a WebSocket client. GitHub. There we go. I want GitHub and I want Discord. Ooh. So what am I meant to do to like put spaces between things? Like, what is the lustery way to do that? Oh, that's a H1, right? I thought it was going to be big. So this is a... So I've got to search for the word prose and find out how that works. Prose. Prose full. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. What I should do, like... I'm going to have to read the docs, aren't I? Do. I was hoping that I could just do, like... I don't know. I'm hoping that I can do, like, almost nothing and it looks nice, basically. But I don't know what the appropriate way to do that is. Maybe Luster UI isn't the thing that I'm after. Okay. I presume that... I have no idea how to use this thing at all. Okay, let's just get rid of everything. If you take out the H1 of the UI stack, it would use browser defaults. Oh, maybe. But I want it to be a stack, don't I? I'm not sure what I want. I'm just going to leave it super basic, and then someone who's cleverer than me can do the nice stuff in future. I was kind of hoping it would be like one of those like little CSS framework things where you just sort of like plonk things on a page and it looks nice. But I think I need to. I think this is something we are supposed to think about it a little more than that, which is fair. But I just don't have any design ability whatsoever. Gosh, there's a lot of stuff here. Let's go this way instead. So let's make these A's. Where's this going to live? What did I call it? I called it Wisp Starter Kit. So let me just... Where am I going to put it? Let's just assume it's mine for now, I guess. What's the join thing for the Gleam Discord? I don't like how in Safari it doesn't, like, where it doesn't show you what the URL is going to be when you hover. It seems a little bit, I don't know. It seems like it's more difficult to do things safely than. Cool. Oh, I think I do actually have a code action for this. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that nice? Okay. So what do we want to have? So we're going to have a MISP app. Default error pages. Gonna want logging. Gonna want PostgreSQL database with migrations, authentication with register, verify email, login, log out, Sign in, log out. Log in, log out, log in, log in, log out. Routing. What other stuff are we meant to have? I think Next is possibly the most antithetical thing to Gleam you could ever get. Wow, I've never used Next, but I think I don't want to now. Does something like Live View exist? Yeah, there's at least two. There's Sprocket and there's Lustre. The thing that I'm using right now has Live View capabilities. It's very good. Would you believe me if I told you I saw you at ElixirConf 2017 in Liverpool Street? Whoa! Was that the one where I spoke about 2017? Did I talk about compilers? Or did I talk about formatters? It's one of those two, right? If it was the compilers one, ASD, yeah, that was one of my first big talks. I think I went way too, I made it way too dense. Still, what can you do, eh? People seem to like it. Oops. Yeah, Jose was there, I do remember. And he was at the other one as well. I think that's back before your kids. So we travelled a lot more. What's a plan for migrations? Use an off-the-shelf migration tool. There's loads of good ones. I think Mark found a really nice one written in Go that we're going to use. I don't think there's any point having a migration tool like per language, because you're just duplicating like exactly the same thing that already exists. It'd be like every language implementing like, I don't know, rsync. Like, why would you bother? What am I missing here? Was there something else I said I was going to do? Oh, it is you. Hello, Mark. Yes, we're going to do exactly as you. We're going to do exactly as you say. Yes, a mailbox for dev. I'm not sure what that means. What's a mailbox? Oh, it's like, oh, so in development, emails go somewhere else. That's a nice idea. So we're going to need email sending. Emails go somewhere viewable in development. Nice. That's a good suggestion. My company's CTO was obsessed with Elixir, so naturally we went to the conference. I hope your current CTO is obsessed with Gleam. Okay, so what have we got? We've got a Wisp app. Does it do everything we want? I mean, it has routing. It doesn't have default error pages. It does have logging, I think. Yep, I can see a log right there. What are the things that Phoenix has by default? Oh, we should like have a style sheet. We should have a default style sheet that gets loaded. Let's do the same thing for JavaScript as well. JavaScript. I was surprised to hear your name upon the mention of this new shiny programming language. I just get about, I guess. I'm sure there's something else that we would want, like a new back-end web project thing to do. Oh, I'd really like admin UI with simple CRUD. Maybe that's a bit ambitious, but like that would be really cool. View database records. Search or filter. Nice. Telemetry. Yeah, I guess so. I'm not sure what we would put in by default. We don't have a good telemetry library. Does Phoenix have telemetry out the box? I mean, we've got a Phoenix app right here, right? We can look at it. Oh, wow, I don't have highlighting for Elixir. That's a bit upsetting, isn't it? It says telemetry right there. Telemetry. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of stuff. How do I make it not do that? By doing that? Oh, okay, so we've got a thing where every time you make it receives a HTTP request, it like dispatches some telemetry stuff. And then it has a way to view the telemetry. Okay. And okay. How do I turn on Elixir syntax highlighting in LazyVim? TS install Elixir. Ooh. Gosh, this is great. I don't need. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I don't need. I don't need Copilot. I've got Twitch chat. So what is this? This is I'm not sure what this is. Where does this get used? Oh, okay. So this is like the definition of like what metrics to show in your dashboard. Okay. Okay. That's pretty cool. Ah, and here we go. And here's that like mailbox thing that they have. Cool. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna have to design some. Oof. From this, we're gonna end up with some email library, I suppose. That's gonna be interesting. It's cool that they can like conditionally not have this. Well, we're gonna have to have it like with some runtime check, I suppose. Is that what we're gonna do? That doesn't seem very satisfying to me. Whatever jazz do we want? Postgres database, data integrations. Oh, forms. We're gonna want some way of making. Would we want to include some kind of navigation by default, or would you leave that up? You'd probably leave that up to your developer, right? Like, yeah, Phoenix and stuff just have that that really pretty. Where is it? Oh, I'm not running it anymore, apparently. Come on. Oh, because I'm on the wrong port, that's why I can't see it. Yeah, so there's no layouts here. You just start and you delete this, don't you? How are they doing? Are they using Tailscale? Tailscale? Tailwind? That's Tailwind, right? Nice. So we want layouts. Some pretty welcome page. Social icons template, maybe. Maybe? Maybe not. Form helpers. Oh, yeah. Show errors in forms. Nice. I think that might be all of it. I like how Phoenix does form validations. There's a library called, what do I call it? I made it, so I should know it. Formal, which you probably will use, which is not dissimilar from Ecto. I mean, Ecto like mixes together a lot of things, in my opinion, and it's like there's no way to type it either. I think so. Like, what people ask me, like, "Oh, are you worried about Elixir getting types?" I'm like, no, not really, because the whole ecosystem is designed around the idea of not having types. Like, could you imagine how much work you'd have to do to like abandon everything that's been done inside, like Ecto? Like, imagine if you had to like remove Ecto and Phoenix and replace it with something that was designed to be typed. That's ridiculous. So instead, you're going to have to like have concessions in your like typing experience for those things. And I've never seen that done in a way where I felt like you get anywhere near the same experience that you do if you're writing something in, say, like Gleam or OCaml or Elm or something like that. So like it's just going to be a wildly different experience. So I don't really think it's competing. So yeah, it'd be something like this. You just say like, hey, we want to decode into this like sign up value, and then here's some fields. So here's some values. And then we're going to decode an email field, and we're going to decode a password field, and da 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 da. Same thing, pretty much. Background jobs, rewrite O-ban in Gleam. Yeah, it'd be cool to have a background jobs thing. Probably, I don't know, maybe not the... is that generally useful? It's probably less... no, let's just do the authentication first, and then like... I feel like a background job thing is like a whole... you know, that's like a whole project in itself. Someone else can do that. And yeah, I still kind of feel that like if your application really cares about background job stuff, you should not use one of those systems, or like you should only use it as like a job dispatch mechanism. But your actual logic of like what's happening in a job should be like actually encoded into your database. Like that's as much a part of your domain modeling as anything else. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, how long have I been doing this for? Let's find out. Coming at 2 hours. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go. That's what I'm going to do. But first, I'm going to commit this. Oops. Hello, Joe. And let me just really quickly make a repo. What did I call it? I called it that. What's our plan for writing SQL? Writing SQL is going to be the plan. And then later, somebody is going to make a lovely library for something, some framework for doing, I don't know, like type checking SQL, something else. And then that'd be the way to go. I don't know what that's going to look like yet. I don't have the time to invest in making that myself, so someone's just going to have to come up with a better idea. And so I think the social etiquette for Twitch is that I now raid someone. How does that work? Go away. How to browse program Gleam. No. How do I find a cool person? Yeah, this is Safari. I've got another browser where I am logged into stuff. MetaMe is doing OCaml. Nice, that sounds good. Let's see what happens if I search for software. I'm not. How do I? I have no idea how to use this thing. Software and game development. Nice. Do 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 do. What is this? Oh, it's an advert. I was like, who's streaming about cooking utensils? Nice. £37. That's outrageous. When is the Next.js of Gleam? I have no idea what Next.js is. So I guess that ain't happening. This person is doing OCaml. And they've got a really cool looking split keyboard. What is that? Is that an Ergodox? I think I have that keyboard. Nice. Okay, so boom. Thanks for coming, everybody. Yeah, I think this is a pretty cool project, and it's going to be super useful when we finished it. Who knows when that's going to be? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm going to press the button. 3, 2, 1, go. Boom. All right, bye, YouTube people as well. Thanks for coming.